Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to WWE 2K16. So let's recap, guys. We are on SmackDown for the triple threat match with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, two people that Marcus Prince has already pinned since he has joined the World Heavyweight Championship division, headed, of course, by the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, another person who we've beaten a triple threat match. However, we are still number 10 in the rankings, and we are engaged in a rivalry with Ryback, of all people. So, I gotta tell you guys, the chip on the Superstar Prince's shoulder is getting so big, WWE doctors are probably going to have to prescribe a Z-Pack soon. That's how bad it's getting. But, let's go ahead and get to the match. Now, according to the Authority, we need to perform 3 aerial moves off of the turnbuckle. I checked on it, and the moves off of Brett's rope do count, so I don't need to buy anything with our experience. And let's see how this is going to go. It's the 4th week in August. SummerSlam is the next event. And then we have Bray Wyatt versus Ryback, and I think that'll probably be a good time to make our presence known to Ryback, just to kind of push the point home that we want to end the rivalry with the guy. So let's take care of this first, and then we will pay Ryback a visit during his entrance and introduce that Chrome Dome to the top of the ramp with a DDT. Think that'll be good for all concerned. Fun for the audience, fun for Marcus. Less so for Ryback, but he doesn't really count. Oi, oi. Let's do this. I know you were looking at your buddy, Roman, but you really need to be paying attention to me. And Dean, we've had this discussion before. You need to get out of my ring and stay out. Roman! What did I just say? You too, Dean. Now's a good time to go ahead and do some moves. It doesn't have to be... That's one. Nice Hurricane Rana to start the match. Holy crap. And... Two Hurricane Ranas. Or Frankensteiners. Proper term. That's what Marcus would call them, is Frankensteiners. Ow! Went to the well once too often, as Jim Ross would say. Now, you guys can go ahead and focus on each other. And see if Dean and Roman can use all of their reversals. They've got, each of them have 4. So, and this should be 3. Let's check. Yeah. Looks like Trips and Steph are already happy. Now we just have to worry about winning this match. There's the rope snapmare. Good belly to belly by Roman. I've rarely seen him use a move like that. To tell you the truth, a lot of moves that I've seen Roman use in this game, I have not seen him actually use in a real wrestling match. I think the people over at 2K were like, well, he only has X amount of moves, but let's give him stuff that we think he can do, or probably more likely, we would like him to do in a match. And I know a lot of people think that I'm probably hating on Roman, and that's not the case. I just think he has his hands tied. But I can't really say anything about people who only have 5 moves, because a few of my wrestlers... Oh, crap. No, Dean. You did not sign the permission form. You didn't either, Roman. Okay, I guess you're fine. You'll do. Keep on picking up that bat. I will sit here and whipper Billy Robinson him. And... okay, I guess we're just teaming up on him at this point. But I do want to focus on Roman because I don't want to get swerved. I'm a big fan of Bret Hart, who was known for his 5 moves of doom. If you want to talk about one wrestler that I like, that a lot of people don't like, because I'm a fan of a lot of the favorites, but if you want to talk about someone who's controversial that I'm a big fan of, I'm actually a really big fan of Kevin Nash, believe it or not. And I know he, in terms to the to a lot of the smart wrestling fans, the smart marks as they're called. He's not well liked, but I really like Kevin Nash a lot. I consider a lot of other people who are beloved by the fans to be far more controversial than a lot of the stuff that Nash did. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was the click and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, this stuff happens. But the reason that I'm a big fan of Nash, even with 5 moves, is despite the fact that he only had 5 moves, the guy had mountains of charisma. Roman Reigns, even when he's quiet, when he does the quiet Samoan badass vibe, has, I would say, a quarter of the charisma that Kevin Nash had in terms of his facial expressions, on the mic, selling, and all that kind of stuff. And the primary reason I really like him is because when I was in junior high and a big fan, I had to deal with all the normal stigmas back then of being a geek, loving heavy metal music, and being a pro wrestling fan. Because that's, I mean, there was the trifecta right there of social isolation. So I was looking for someone on TV, you know, to kind of be a hero. And, oh, nice tornado DDT by Marcus. And like I said, I had my real life heroes in like my dad and my mother and my brother. But it was, I needed someone in the wrestling world to be a fan of, because I kind of dropped off of watching wrestling and then I jumped back in. And like I said before in previous episodes, I wasn't a big fan of Ultimate Warrior or Hulk Hogan or anything like that. But then I saw this 7-foot long black-haired badass in black leather named Diesel, power bombing people and wearing the sunglasses, and that was everything that I wanted. I started power bombing this big punching bag that we had in our backyard that I used to practice wrestling moves on when I got bored. It was kind of a form of exercise because it was a big punching bag, and I was jackknifing and doing the snake eyes because I was a tall person as well. So he really appealed to me, and I was a fan when he was Diesel. I was a fan when he was NWO as Kevin Nash. I've always been a mark for him. He's actually going to be at the Permian Basin Comic-Con here in 2 weeks where I live, and part of me would like to go see him, you know, to talk to him and just say, hey, you know, thanks. But he probably gets that all the time, and I'm not going to. I don't like bothering celebrities. I don't like paying for their company, nor do I like to bother them if I'm able to catch them out of that environment. It's one of those things, people who probably watch the channel know I'm a huge Star Wars fan. If I ran into like Mark Hamill or George Lucas, oh, nice follow-through pin by Dean. If I ran into anyone like in an elevator, I would stay pretty much completely silent, and as they left, I would just say, you know, thanks, Mark, or thank you, George. That would pretty much be the end of my interaction at that time. Because I think that they like their privacy respected, but I also think that they like a moderation of appreciation for the stuff that they've done. So, but that's why I like Nash. And I think that's the thing with Roman. I think Roman has a lot of... Oh! He has a lot of headaches right now. Can I dirty pin? It's like I just caught him with the DDT. I didn't even know he had a finisher. Holy crap. That could have been bad. Speaking of bad. Boop. Okay. No, sir. Roman, I got something for you. Here you go. Hope you like it. It's just for you. And, oh, well, Dean's going to break that, obviously. Here, I know you're being hesitant with your brother, but you really should just kind of go away and let the big boys play, as they would call in WCW back in the day. Nice electric chair by Roman. Let's see if we can capitalize. with a sneaky dirty pin. Heelish shenanigans. Haha. Outstanding, and we pinned Roman Reigns yet again. Come on, Vince. Look at the adjective. I feel bad. I really like Nash, but that was one of the worst botches, like grammar Nazi botches in wrestling history. When he first showed up at WCW and he's talking to Eric Bischoff, he's like, "So this is where the big boys play, isn't it?" Well, look at the adjective. Play. We're not here to play. And some people, you know, the ground like that's a verb. That's not an adjective. But he gets away with it. Botchamania didn't let him get away with it, but I'll let him get away with it. That was a 4.5-star match. Instant classic, and now Dean and Roman do not like me at all. But the Authority is happy. Now we have to go pay a visit to Ryback and let him know where he stands, and that should be a catalyst to get us a match at the pay-per-view, I think. Otherwise, that chip on the shoulder is just going to grow to tumorous proportions. I'm thinking. Well, that's Enzo and Cass's music. If there's any people who need to debut before Mania, that would be them. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the entrance to Ryback on the stage top. We tried to do it during a match once, and it was not as effective as doing this, I found. I was weird. How can you attack Bray Wyatt during his entrance, or the Undertaker? Are the lights still out and everything? I'm kind of curious about that. If I get into a feud with Taker after winning the world title, I'm thinking of assaulting him during the entrance just to see what it's like, just to see if the lights are still out and there's the smoke and the fire and all that. I think that'll be interesting. Oh, I just got a text. Either that or someone found Snake underneath the cardboard. Tucson, Arizona. I hate when I forget to silence my phone when I'm recording. But it's a video game tone when it goes off, so it's not that bad. Yeah, hit your head. Get it all nice and softened up. Bam! I like it. Oh, crap. Oh, Ryback actually has a little bit of fight in him. Not going to matter that much, though. Saito suplex would be nasty here. Let's just put the boots to him, and we can hit the combo and call it a day. Oh, he reversed it. It's okay. I still have a DDT. I've had a hard... keep in mind, Marcus just had that triple threat match, so he's probably a bit tired. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, right? The Regal Cutter. All right, now we finish off with the DDT. Oh, on an elevated... Oh, no! There's a power slam for your trouble. I still win, so... Bleh. Now comes the one-on-one time with Renee to explain my heinous actions. And then we should be good for the pay-per-view, I'm thinking. Hopefully we can get a match and then end the rivalry and Marcus can move on to better kit. Okay, Harper like that, Shamo like that of all people.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, watch Marcus and Shamo become fast friends.
Let's talk about Ryback.
Well, we beat each other up all over the globe.
You went out there and ambushed him tonight. Why did you do that?
Because he did it to me first.
He makes me sick. He thinks he's a WWE superstar. I'm trying to show him that he is beneath me.
Indeed.
That I am on a whole other level than him. Nothing annoys me.
Now, we haven't had any, like, cinema scenes with Ryback to speak of, but hopefully this will be enough to actually have the match at the pay-per-view. I don't want to waste my SummerSlam. You know what I mean?
So, what was it that you wanted to share with the WWE Universe tonight?
I don't think we have enough time, Renee.
I want to let the WWE Universe know that I can't stand them. They should be cheering for me and no
I guess
one
this is
else.
just
I'm the greatest.
reinforcing our
I'm the
heelish
best in the
shenanigans.
business. Are they that dumb?
But I'm getting tons of
Probably so.
egotistical,
Do I gotta spell it
egotistical
out for them
points, which is
who they
good.
should be cheering for? Looks like it. Let me spell it out for all of you. I'm the best in the WWE. You got that?
I liked it back in the day when the heels would actually be
Thanks
somewhat
for the time. Back to you.
respectful but devious, kind of like Ric Flair or Tully Blanchard were, depending to I don't know. It's a different time. I gotta remember that. If you keep on giving out about something, and then you kind of wonder why you still watch it. And I love wrestling. I still have the right to critique it, being a fan, but you can't be too critical sometimes, because otherwise you don't have fun with your passion. That's what I notice a lot of people with sci-fi movies and stuff like that, and they just get way too critical, and then you're kind of sitting there, it's like, well, why do you like it so much if you're that critical of it? SummerSlam? Aww. Really? I don't want a match with Mark Henry. I want a match with Ryback so I can put an end to this. Is Mark Henry in the... Okay, he's number 7 in the rankings. Maybe I can actually go up the rankings. What does the Authority want me to do? Win match with green body health. Ooh. That's going to be interesting against the big Texan from Silsby. Is Ryback in a match? No? But there is a triple threat between Rollins, Daniel Bryan, and Big Show that we probably should pay attention to, because Seth Rollins may not be our problem. And Finn Balor beat The Undertaker. Holy crap. I would love to see that match. Demon versus Demon. So a lot of people think that Taker's going to retire at the end of this Mania. I would really like him. I think he'd probably want to as well, to put over a young talent. I think him putting over Finn Balor in his Demon persona would be a marquee match in WrestleMania history. Now, we need to be careful with Mark, because I don't think we can do a whole lot of moves to Mark. I think we've beaten him before, right? Yeah, I think we've beaten Mark Henry before. I do not recall. Might have been back during an earlier ranking or just one of those random matches. The goal is to inflict as much head trauma as possible, warm him up to the DDT. Yeah, I think we can't do the suplex and stuff to him, so we're gonna have to go at this sideways. And off he goes. Keep trying. Good try. Oh, nice big boot. I do not want to be in the Hall of Pain. Or the House of Blues. Ow! Okay, I did hit him. Let's put an end to that, what little mobility you have there. No, go away. Leave me alone. How many? Okay, he only has 3 reversals. That makes sense. I like the old school cranium crush and the headbutt. It looks like something that JYD would use as a finisher back in the day. Punch in the back of that head. Gotta take advantage because he used all of his reversals. Gotta hurry before he's actually gets that back up to speed. Rake them eyes. That'll make Lana a happy camper. We are putting on a clinic here, guys.
Get the blood flowing back in your body and strategize what your next move or your next form of attack.
Pose a little bit for the 9 to 5ers. This is a pay-per-view after all. Oh, it was a pay-per-view. We didn't even do the entrances. I'm sorry, guys.
Would the move be that Mark Henry chose as his finisher? Just look at his world's strongest slam. I don't think there's a move more punishing or crushing.
Let's go ahead and hit the bow down.
Be seen the beginning to the end. End of story. This
And we'll pose, and I'm actually going to show off a little bit of Marcus's strength here. At least I'm hoping. I'm going to try for a world's strongest slam. Yep. Now, don't get me wrong, I probably pulled every muscle in my back doing it, but Marcus did it. Mr. Wrestling 2 high knee there. Let's keep. Ooh. No, sir. Leg whip for you. Ooh. Marcus is pressing his luck there. Right outside. Should we try something in the corner, maybe? So we still need to get our... Yeah, I figured that would be best. Flying uppercut. Keep getting our stamina. I understand why Marcus's stamina and his momentum. It's hard to build momentum against some of these big guys. Oh, I thought he was gonna RKO me right there. That would have been enough to make a man cry. Neck wrench. Shades of Zeus from Summerslam and the No Holds Barred movie. Tiny Lister, or Liston, I think his name is. He played Timo in Friday. And he was the president in The Fifth Element. For those of you who don't know from back in the day, he wrestled against Hulk Hogan at one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. Teamed with Macho Man Randy Savage against Hogan and Brutus Beefcake. Wow, made him bleed on a European uppercut. That's talent. Here's step one. Oh, bye, Mock. And that's what that DDT does. A 4-star match with Mark Henry. Mark that in the books there, people. Another day at the office. So, yeah. No attack from Ryback, no nothing. I guess we just hadn't had enough time for the rivalry to really congeal. And that's just going to make Marcus angrier. And makes me more angry as well. And now Mark completely hates me. But we did complete the authorities' order, so we should be maxed out on our... completely maxed out on our authority status. So I'm not even going to touch Ryback in terms of backstage attacks or anything anymore. I'm just going to let the rivalry run its course because unless we're able to finish the match on TV, we've got an entire month of having to deal with Ryback until the pay-per-view, which is ludicrous. So let's see what happens here with the World Superstar 2. Oh, crap. Daniel Bryan. Now, I don't think we fought Daniel Bryan before, that I recall. But he is now world champion, and we are still number 10 on the rankings. Wonderful. And the Authority wants us to get Batista's leg health to red during the match. I don't think that's going to happen, guys, but we're going to continue our career in the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you like the episode, go ahead and click like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.